Just west of downtown Denver at Empower High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the home Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The kickoff for Denver.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Brady now on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still third and long. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Fournette, a first down carry. About 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And here now is spin. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return.
Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7.
Bradley Pinion to kick
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
41-yard line.
Clock now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now Gordon on first down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Shotgun snap to Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They get this out left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. For the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Ball on the come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now he'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lock. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. This is Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
second down. Here's Fournette. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 46-yard attempt.
It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to see.
He's got a man, complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Able to get this to Gordon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No push for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Brady on target there to Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. A good pickup there at 22. Now the third-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. To throw again. Locke. Got Gordon open. Completes it. A second nice move, a spin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Lock's throw caught by Sutton. Pitch and catch.
Routes, you're able to hit a lot of yardage after. The defense was effective, able to.
To the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lock. And this is touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton. Here, and the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll move the chains. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the rookie Michael Ojemudia. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Lock. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time,
that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On play action, it's Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
This is miserable.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Ndamukong Suh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 3rd down.
On play action, Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. To throw is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 35 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys.
So for the Broncos, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New